Bridgerton fans, get ready, because just when you thought you knew what Season 4 would bring, Netflix has revealed a twist that changes everything. And trust me, it's bigger, bolder, and far more scandalous than anyone expected. Season 3 of Bridgerton left us with romance, heartbreak, and enough whispers in the ton to keep fans talking for months. We watched Penelope Featherington finally step out of the shadows, transforming from the quiet wallflower into the dazzling new lady everyone noticed. Her love story with Colin Bridgerton, filled with longing glances, witty exchanges, and more than one heart-stopping confession, gave fans everything they had been waiting for since Season 1. But that was only one part of the grand tale. Behind the glittering balls and secret rendezvous, Francesca Bridgerton's quiet yet powerful storyline began to bloom. Her marriage, her quiet strength, and her slow-building arc promised something deeper to come. At the same time, other characters were moving in directions fans didn't expect. Eloise, once Penelope's closest friend, found herself at odds with the truth of Lady Whistledown. Their fractured bond created a tension that is sure to echo into the next season. Benedict, meanwhile, continued his artistic and free-spirited journey, leaving audiences to wonder when, or if, his turn in the spotlight will arrive. And of course, Lady Danbury, Queen Charlotte, and the rest of the powerful figures in high society reminded us that Bridgerton is not just about love, it's about power, reputation, and the dangerous games played in drawing rooms lit by candlelight. By the time the final episode of Season 3 faded to black, fans were left with a mixture of joy and curiosity. Yes, one love story had reached its long-awaited climax, but many doors had been left wide open. Who would the next season follow? Would the show stick to Julia Quinn's novels in order? Or would Netflix take another daring leap and shuffle the stories? This very question became the fire that fueled speculation everywhere. From online forums to fan pages, to late-night conversations where viewers guessed at who would be the focus of the next season. Netflix, known for keeping secrets as tightly guarded as Lady Whistledown's identity, has now broken its silence. The reveal isn't just a small detail, it's a game-changer. Season 4 is set to shift the direction of Bridgerton in a way that leaves fans both thrilled and shocked. But before we dive into that shocking twist, we need to understand why the groundwork laid in Season 3 was so important. Everything that happened, the love, the betrayal, the fractured friendships, was leading us to this moment. And it's not just about who falls in love next. It's about how this twist changes the very heartbeat of the series. And now, the twist that has shaken the Bridgerton fandom. Netflix has officially confirmed that Season 4 will not follow the expected path of Benedict Bridgerton's story. For months, fans assumed the spotlight would finally shine on Benedict, the charming, restless artist whose journey of self-discovery has lingered in the background for 3 seasons. But instead, Netflix has pulled the rug out from under everyone. Season 4 will place its focus somewhere completely unexpected. Francesca Bridgerton. Yes, the quiet, graceful, almost mysterious sister, who many thought would be left for a later season, is stepping forward into the center of the drama. This decision changes the rhythm of the entire show. Francesca's story in the books is layered with love, tragedy, and resilience, and Netflix seems determined to fast-track that journey, bringing audiences into a chapter of the Bridgerton saga earlier than anyone anticipated. And if you've read the novels, you'll know this arc is no ordinary romance. It is filled with twists that will challenge the very essence of the Bridgerton family's unity. But here's where it gets even juicier. The casting news surrounding Francesca's love story has added fuel to the fire. Netflix hinted that a new leading man will be introduced in Season 4. And while his identity hasn't been fully revealed, whispers suggest he will bring a very different kind of energy compared to the charming, witty Bridgerton brothers we've come to adore. This won't be another slow-burn romance of stolen glances across ballrooms. It's said to be a sweeping, emotional tale with heartbreak woven through every thread. The decision to skip Benedict's arc, at least for now, has sent shockwaves through the fandom. Some are thrilled, eager to see Francesca finally take center stage. Others feel it's a betrayal of the order, a disruption of the flow they thought Netflix was following. But that's the brilliance of this twist. Netflix knows Bridgerton thrives on unpredictability, just like Lady Whistledown's scandal sheets. By breaking the rules, the show keeps its audience guessing and craving more. This revelation also hints at something bigger. The creators are not afraid to diverge from Julia Quinn's novels when it serves the drama. The show has always balanced loyalty to the books with bold new directions, and Season 4 proves that this dance between tradition and reinvention is far from over. With Francesca stepping into the spotlight, fans are bracing themselves for a season that won't just tell another love story. It will redefine what Bridgerton can be. The moment Netflix dropped the revelation about Francesca stepping into the spotlight, the fandom erupted like a crowded ballroom when Lady Whistledown's latest pamphlet arrives. Across social media, fan forums, and video reactions, theories began flying faster than a scandalous whisper in Mayfair. And what's fascinating is how divided fans are about what Season 4 might hold. Some believe this twist means Benedict's love story is being saved for something grander, perhaps a season that explores him in more depth than the books ever did. There's talk that Netflix could be preparing to give him a storyline so rich, so expansive, that it requires waiting a little longer. Could Benedict's arc be intertwined with characters we haven't even met yet? Fans argue this delay might mean he'll eventually get not just a season, but the defining season of Bridgerton. Then there are those who have turned their eyes to Francesca's novel counterpart, Michael Sterling. In Julia Quinn's books, his story with Francesca is both romantic and devastating, laced with loss and passion in equal measure. Viewers who know the books are wondering, will Netflix stay true to this tragic yet beautiful storyline, or will they soften the heartbreak for a broader TV audience? The speculation is endless. Some fans even whisper that the writers may introduce an entirely new suitor, one not found in the novels, to keep even book readers guessing. Another theory gaining traction is about Lady Whistledown herself. With Francesca taking center stage, will Penelope's double life as society's most infamous gossip writer clash with her sister-in-law's budding romance? Could Netflix weave Francesca's love story directly into the ongoing Whistledown scandal, creating a web of secrets that threatens both romance and reputation? This potential overlap has fans buzzing about Season 4 being not just a love story, but a season of high-stakes intrigue. And of course, the question everyone is asking, what about Eloise? After her fractured friendship with Penelope, where does she fit in this shifting narrative? Many fans predict that Eloise could become entangled in Francesca's journey, either as her confidant or as a thorn in her side. With Eloise's sharp tongue and rebellious spirit, she might be the one who questions Francesca's choices, stirring up drama that will ripple through the Bridgerton household. The beauty of this speculation is that no one truly knows, and that is exactly what keeps Bridgerton alive. Uncertainty, surprise, and the promise that tomorrow's gossip might turn today's love story upside down. Fans are both excited and anxious, waiting for clues hidden in casting announcements, set leaks, or the faintest teaser from Netflix. Every theory feels possible and every possibility feels scandalous. This isn't just a shift in storyline. Netflix's decision to crown Francesca as the lead of Season 4 changes the very fabric of Bridgerton. Up until now, each season has followed a rhythm: passion, courtship, and scandal, wrapped in glittering romance. But Francesca's story is different. Her journey isn't just about falling in love. It's about loss, resilience, and the quiet strength that blossoms in the shadows of grief. That makes Season 4 a bold departure from the lush fairy tale endings fans have come to expect. By stepping into Francesca's arc earlier than the books dictate, the show is signaling something daring. Bridgerton will not be boxed in by rules. Just as Lady Whistledown breaks the etiquette of the ton with every scandalous pamphlet, Netflix is breaking the rules of adaptation. This decision adds a layer of unpredictability, reminding fans that in this world, anything can happen. Just like in high society, where fortunes rise and reputations fall overnight. And thematically, this twist brings a new flavor to the series. If Daphne's season was about first love, Anthony's about duty versus desire, and Penelope's about transformation. Then Francesca's promises to be about endurance. It will ask deeper questions. How do we love when faced with heartbreak? How do we rebuild when the world we knew is shattered? In bringing those themes forward, Netflix is daring to push Bridgerton beyond romantic fantasy into something richer, something that mirrors the bittersweet truths of life. The ripple effects across the ensemble will also be profound. Francesca stepping into the spotlight will alter the roles of her siblings. Benedict, whose arc has been postponed, may simmer in the background with frustration or longing, making his eventual story even more powerful. Eloise, ever the skeptic of romance, may clash with Francesca's choices, injecting fire into her otherwise restrained narrative. Even Penelope, now Lady Whistledown unmasked, might find herself writing about Francesca's love life, turning family into fodder for scandal. And let's not forget Queen Charlotte. She thrives on spectacle, on love stories that dazzle her court. Francesca's quieter, more complex romance may challenge her authority in ways we haven't seen before. A queen who craves drama might not know what to do with a heroine who embodies subtlety. That clash could reshape the power dynamics of the entire ton. In truth, this twist does more than set up a new love story. It reframes what Bridgerton can be. It proves the show isn't just about romance. It's about evolution, about testing the boundaries of family, society, and love itself. Season 4 won't just continue the saga. It will redefine it, opening the door to a Bridgerton that is deeper, braver, and perhaps even more scandalous than ever before. So here we are. A twist no one saw coming, a heroine no one expected so soon, and a future for Bridgerton that feels as uncertain as it is thrilling. Netflix has thrown open the ballroom doors and invited us into a season that promises to be unlike anything before. Francesca, the sister who has always lived in the shadows, is now stepping into the light, and with her comes a story of love, loss, and courage that could change the very soul of the Bridgerton family. But what does this mean for the rest of the ton? What secrets will Lady Whistledown sharpen her pen with? Will Benedict simmer quietly in the background, or will his absence in the spotlight hint at something far bigger in seasons to come? And perhaps the most tantalizing question of all, if this is what Netflix has revealed now, what are they still hiding? Because if Bridgerton has taught us anything, it's that the greatest scandals are the ones whispered, not shouted. As the chandeliers dim and the music fades, we are left with only anticipation. Will Season 4 break our hearts or make them soar? Will Francesca's tale remain loyal to Julia Quinn's bittersweet masterpiece? Or will the writers chart a bold new path that even the most devoted readers won't see coming? The uncertainty is intoxicating, and that is the genius of this reveal. One thing is clear. Bridgerton is no longer just a series of love stories. It is a living, breathing drama where rules are broken, reputations are risked, and every choice ripples across generations. Season 4 is not just another chapter, it is a reinvention. And if Netflix is willing to make this leap, then we can be sure of one thing. The scandals, the heartbreaks, and the triumphs have only just begun. So now I turn the question to you. Which twist excites you most? Do you believe Francesca's season will capture the same magic? Or do you wish Benedict had taken the lead? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll be reading every single one, just like Lady Whistledown scouring the ton for her next scandal. And if you crave more secrets, more theories, and more whispers from behind the velvet curtains of Bridgerton, make sure you subscribe. Because in this world, the gossip never sleeps, and the next revelation could arrive at any moment. And now, dear viewer, imagine the ballroom once more. The chandeliers glitter above, the strings play a waltz in the distance, and every guest waits breathlessly for the next move. That is exactly where we stand with Bridgerton Season 4. Poised on the edge of revelation, the air heavy with secrets, promises, and possibilities. Francesca has stepped forward, but her story is only the beginning of a larger transformation. For every twist that has been revealed, there are whispers of even greater ones still waiting to unfold. Think of the domino effect this choice creates. A single shift in focus doesn't just change one character's path, it tilts the balance of the entire family. Benedict, Eloise, Penelope, even the Queen herself. Each will be pushed into new directions because Francesca has claimed the spotlight earlier than expected. It is a ripple across the pond of high society, one that will touch every corner of the ton before the season's end. And here lies the true brilliance of Netflix's reveal. They've given us just enough to ignite our imagination, but not enough to satisfy it. They've dangled the jewel, but kept it half hidden in velvet. We know Francesca will shine. We know her tale will unfold. But how? With whom? And at what cost? These questions are the bait. And we, like eager readers of Lady Whistledown, cannot help but lean closer, desperate for the next scandalous page. But remember, this is Bridgerton. For every romance that blooms, there is a secret lurking in the shadows. For every vow whispered under moonlight, there is a betrayal waiting behind closed doors. And as we step into Season 4, one truth becomes undeniable. This is no longer just a love story. It is a story of survival, of power, of family legacies written in ink, sealed with passion, and sometimes torn apart by fate. So as the curtains close on this revelation, ask yourself, are you ready for heartbreak as much as for love? Are you ready for a season that dares to challenge what you thought Bridgerton was? Because the ton is waiting, the Queen is watching, and Lady Whistledown is already sharpening her quill. And you, dear viewer, are about to be swept into the most daring chapter yet. And so, dear listener, we reach the end of our tale. For now, the ballroom has emptied. The carriages have departed into the night, and the whispers of the ton linger like perfume in the air. What Netflix has revealed is not simply a plot twist, it is a declaration. Bridgerton is no longer content with simply following tradition. It is rewriting its own rules, and in doing so, it reminds us why we fell in love with this world in the first place. Because it is bold, unpredictable, and unapologetically dramatic. Francesca's rise to center stage marks more than just another chapter. It signals a shift in tone, in depth, and in destiny. Her story promises a balance of elegance and heartbreak. A tale that will test the resilience of love and the strength of family ties. Yet in the shadows, we know other characters wait for their moment to shine. Benedict, Eloise, Penelope, even Queen Charlotte. Each will have their turn, and when they do, their stories may be even more powerful because of this daring choice. For the fans, this is the thrill of Bridgerton. The waiting, the guessing, the endless speculation. It is all part of the game. Just as Lady Whistledown keeps the ton on edge with her scandal sheets, Netflix keeps us restless, never quite certain where the story will go next. And that uncertainty is the heartbeat of the series. It keeps us invested, breathless, and always yearning for more. So as we close this chapter, remember this. Bridgerton is not merely a romance. It is a mirror to human desire, ambition, and heartbreak, dressed in silk gowns and glittering jewels. Season 4 will not simply be watched. It will be experienced. It will be felt. And long after the final credits roll, the echoes of its choices will linger in our hearts. Until then, let us do what the ton does best. Speculate, gossip, and dream. Because the greatest scandal of all is not what we already know, but what is yet to come. And with Netflix's latest reveal, one thing is certain. The most daring chapter of Bridgerton has only just begun.